How to trust the process. You've probably heard about this so many times from athletes, from superstars to millionaires and hardworking individuals. But what does it actually mean? How does it look like? And more importantly, how can I get to a stage where I actually trust and realize the process? Now, what does trust the process actually mean? Now, from a very basic definition, trust is essentially the same thing like faith, right? If you're a religious person, if you believe in God, you trust God because you have faith in Him, or vice versa, the other way around. Now, I want you guys to know two key differences between number one, an event, and number two, a process. Now, event and process is fundamentally completely different. An event is a singular time frame, a singular moment, a singular time and space where something happens and then there is a static result. A process is a long sequence, it's a journey, it's a wavelength, it's a continuous process, it just doesn't end. I want you guys to realize that social media is an event. Now the picture on the right is an example because this is my Instagram reels, and what you guys see on social media, for example my Instagram reels, is an event. It's something that has happened at the moment. It does not continue, it remains in the nature of the moment. Now I want you guys to realize that success is never an event. Success is not a one-time thing that happens and goes away. Success is a process. It does not happen overnight. It happens over a substantial amount of time. Now, through this basic definition, you realize that success is a process where process outlines a journey, right? You probably hear this from people talking about life is a journey, life is an adventure, and it's essentially the same thing, right? Because if your life is an adventure to something more positive, then it's a process for growth. Now, just like everyone's journey, yours and mine's included, journeys has ups and downs. Just imagine like a roller coaster basically has ups where you feel amazing and it has downs where you feel like pain and suffering. I want you to realize that downs, pain and suffering mentioned many times in Stoicism, for example, talks about growth. You only grow when you feel through pain and suffering, and that is essentially because during moments of pain and suffering, that is when you actually reach your limit and you want to break your limit. And now, over time, growth will yield, or in other words, give results, and those results are basically the success that you are looking for. Now, I want you to remember that from a third person perspective, your family, your friends, social media, basically everyone except for you will only ever see events. And I know it's, quite deep to think about that, but that is just how the world works. And people don't really care about the process. It's really truthful. People don't care about how many hours you spend. People don't care about how much effort you put into your work. People don't really care about that stuff, right? I'm talking about the majority. What they really care about is the end result. Whether you are finishing your assignment, whether you are doing something for your boss, whether you are creating a business, whether you are, I don't know, a social media content creator, for example. People only care about the static things. For example, your followers, how much money you got, whether or not you have an A plus, whether you have submitted the assignment. They don't care about everything that happens behind the scenes. But the people or the person that does care about you is two things: you yourself. You care about the work and effort, and so does the universe. Why? Because I want you guys to understand, and I've explained this within the other YouTube videos, that the way the universe works is something like a transaction. The universe gives you something positively, in return, it wants hard work. And if you would like to explore this topic a little bit more, it's known as the vibration theory. And basically, what you trade in is your time and energy. You conduct the hard work, and in return, the universe will unfold a specific reality that will be able for you to achieve your success. So I hope that you understand.